What's going on, y'all? Another week, another geek. We're back at it again with another episode of the Why I'm Geeked show with your homies AJ and ChrisyLite. We are back for season 4. Big 4 is in the chat, bruh. And this is episode 151. And what better way to start? Starting with a whole new series that just came out, The Penguin. Much anticipated spinoff of the Batman, and I'm super excited to get into this. But before we get into the episode, Brody, how are you doing, bro? It's been a minute. You know, it's weird, like going from talking every week on the dot all the time to just like not doing a pod no more. It was like, dang. I was like, bro, I feel like I ain't seen Chris in a minute.
There, right?
Yeah, I was like, dang, bro, what we doing?
Text message here or there.
Yeah.
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. A lot of stuff popping up in life. Still got to get some upgrades to the setup, but you know the plans are in motion. And you know, next month we got maybe in 2 months we got Black Friday coming up. We may get some major ones. But I'm glad the pod's back. I've been watching a whole lot of movies, surprisingly, after the pod ended.
Okay.
I was just hitting up the movie theater.
Yeah.
And
it
now
spooky
I'm
season.
refreshed. Yeah. Yeah. So big spooky movies coming up, but
Yeah.
you know, it just feels good to be back in the pod. Pod's looking good. We got a new nice little yellow going on. I see it. I see it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But
had to switch it up.
How are you doing, G?
I'm good, bro. You know, I feel like the break was an actual break this time. Like it really felt like a break this time, because usually like we just take like a month or so, and it's just like we right back in it. But this time was like a little bit of an extended hiatus type beat, and yeah, bro. I really just been throwing weights around, and then I've been catching up on a lot of old stuff too, but like older movies. So I went on a whole freaking X-Men binge after Deadpool, and then after that it was just mainly like just trying to catch up on stuff that I didn't see, like you were saying. So I'm excited to see what we're geeked about today, because maybe we'll see what's going on with that, because there's still like there's a lot of spooky movies that's coming out that I would like to see, but I gotta see it at my own pace, bro. Like I don't want to go to the theater, bro.
We gonna rush into that theater front row.
But let's get into this pod with none other than just talking about this, like the fact that there's a spinoff, bro. You know, like this is not a normal thing that we see from specifically DC, but also just like going from a movie and then picking a side character or antagonist to do a whole spinoff of. I feel like HBO is really getting back into that bag right now with this series, and then you got, you know, House of the Dragons, and you got new Dune series that's about to come out. So there's a lot of moving parts nowadays. So how are you just feeling about the fact that we got a spinoff in general?
Dang, I didn't want to start off hating. I'm not a big, like, this is like side character for me at this point. You know, the
Penguin's a big character though, like a big like rogue.
He is
mythos.
I just don't personally care about him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of was feeling after our break, like, yo, maybe I'm about to unsubscribe from HBO. You know, I don't have a lot of stuff popping up, and you hit me up saying, hey, are we gonna return for the Penguin? And I was like, okay, I guess I'm keeping it. So it's kind of like I don't hate it. I'm not jumping in like super excited.
Yeah.
But maybe it's something to keep me around for like another month. You know what I mean? Like maybe the show can surprise me, and I'll keep going with HBO. So it kind of feels like perfect timing. How do you feel about this like spin-offy type shows that aren't like the Batman, you know?
Yeah. So like I don't mind spin-offs, but I don't like spin-offs of spin-offs, if that makes sense. So like for me, like the Better Call Saul was a a regular spinoff, but it
Sure.
was like too deep in the cut for me. As far as
Okay.
like watching that show, I wasn't getting the character that I wanted. Even though like in
Like
Breaking
Batman's
Bad,
still fighting crime, and now we're still on the crime side. But Better Call
right?
Saul is like the legal angle of the
Exactly.
same world. So you're like,
hmm Exactly. So like going into it, I was excited just for the fact that it's like we get to step into the world of the Batman again, like this specific Batman. But outside of that, I'm not really a big spin-off person because I rather they just keep on with the same series and
mm,
just make the world bigger. You know, like when you focus in on it, it can get sketchy when you focus in on a whole character. So like, um, have you seen Gotham?
I haven't.
So Gotham is amazing.
Okay.
Gotham is amazing. It like from start to finish, like I feel like the beginning of it, you gotta really want to watch it. You know, because like that was an era of Netflix where it was like the golden ages almost. You know, and it was like this was coming at the tail end of that, where like Gotham, because it's the city, like the star of the show is the city. You get to have all the different angles of Gotham from like because it's set back when Bruce Wayne was a kid, right? And you get to see all of your favorite characters, at in this point in this stage of life. So like characters like Cosmo Pop, wow, Oswald Cobblepot
Mm.
is in it. So the Penguin's in it. Selena Kyle's in it. Um, like all your favorite Batman people in it. You know what I'm saying? Like Bruce Wayne himself, and it's just like you get to see the progression of right before he's about to go away on his travels, essentially, to become Batman. So everything up until that point, and it's like, bro, like if they can do something like that, I'm here for it. But if it's not like if it's all surface level, like let's go see the Penguin be a bad guy type thing, it's just like, oh, this could get sketchy real fast.
I feel like we're heading that route.
Okay.
I feel like we're heading that route.
hmm I feel like it's a. I wanted to say a deeper, darker Gotham, but it's maybe just deeper and darker, or maybe not deeper, but maybe just darker because it's HBO, you know, versus like it being Netflix. Like,
Definitely feels more HBO adult
hmm
feeling.
yeah,
I'm definitely watching more adult show. It was it an hour? It felt long.
it was pretty long. I don't know. I don't know.
I gotta
It
think
might have
about
been
it.
an hour. It didn't feel like a Game of Thrones episode.
I felt like a Game of Thrones episode for me.
For real?
Uh, and it does look good. I'll
Yeah.
say that. I was
hmm
like, okay, and they were doing some crazy camera work angles and crazy lenses. I was just like, oh, y'all trying to be fancy, and we just standing outside. Okay.
yeah. Um. So let us know what y'all think about like just the idea of the Penguin. You know what I'm saying? Did you before watching it, did you go back and watch the Batman? Have you watched the Batman recently? Since
So I watched half of it when I got
okay.
my new TV. The Batman is a really good movie to like test it out.
hmm
So I wasn't really watching it. I was just trying to like see how crazy the reds or streets were,
Yeah.
how the rain looked, like all that type of stuff. But after watching this first episode, I definitely will go back and watch the Batman one more time because I
hmm
need to
Context.
get caught up, get refamiliarize myself with people's faces again.
hmm
Um, because really that will be helpful for this series, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I had the same feeling after watching the first episode because I was like, I don't need to watch the Batman again. I know what happened, you know.
Yeah.
But it's certain characters in there that's like just from knowing Batman a lot, like I know what's could be happening or what's supposed to be happening or like certain angles that youngest might go on. Um, and it's just like I think it would be helpful as well. So they just had me thinking like, dang, I need to go watch that again. Um, so I guess where should we start with the genre? Do you want to do a breakdown now of just the episode, or like is it still too early to really do that? You think?
We can
Okay.
because my initial feelings, I think this will guide the whole segment anyway.
Mhm.
Is I already said I feel weird about this type of spinoff already.
Mhm.
Um, and I'm not exactly sure. They have like 2 more episodes to make me really want to like turn in like every week. Like
Mhm.
I'm not fiending to watch like the
The
Penguin
penguin.
every week.
Yeah.
But when I have absolutely nothing else to do,
Mhm.
and I'm like, oh yeah, I have the Penguin, I can go catch up on this. So it's kind of like I want to at least get that out there now, so then that way, um, we can talk about the episode a lot because I'm wondering if a lot of other people feel that way. Like, oh, I tuned in episode week 1.
Yeah.
Like I'll put this on like the third show I may watch in the
Mhm.
coming month. You know?
Yeah. Might skip a week here and there, depending on like how the story's going and stuff like that. I get it.
Yeah, and then and see how the hype's going on Twitter. You know, see how uh
What is a dangerous place?
yeah, Twitter done evolved.
Yeah, bro.
X up in there nowadays.
Crazy work, bro. Crazy work.
uh,
Um. Okay, I can respect that because like I still am of the belief that like the whole one episode a week thing is overrated, bro. It's
yeah,
overrated. Like,
I'm wondering if this is one of those things we've talked about the previous season. Like
mhm.
you should be able to see what you produce and say, okay, this is good enough for like a week to week, or is
Yes.
this more of like a roll out everything? So
Hmm.
it they better have these next 2 episodes be fire.
Right. And for it to not drop like two, it just be one.
Yeah, and they
That's
only did.
ooh, like because even off of this episode, like there's a lot of things in there for people to not like. I feel like
I think
you know
so.
what I'm saying. Like I won't necessarily go into super detail about it, but it's just like the some of the conversations I seen on Twitter was funny. Some of them was just like, bruh, like what are we doing? You know, it's like can't we just watch the show? It's only first season. I mean, first episode. But I think just like overall, like just from how it started with you know um the aftermath of the Batman and just seeing this like okay, seeing this huge city pan down essentially not pan down like see the aftermath and then we get the main character the Penguin and now it's like okay who is this guy really going to be right because in the movie he has strong moments but it's not so much like oh that's the Penguin
Yeah, it's
like
like
we
we
know
know who the Penguin is, but
right but we haven't
he's
seen
not the
him be the
Penguin.
Penguin yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This moment he was just scared, like for the most part, as far as like I don't want to die type thing. The car chase was cool and everything like that, but it's like other than that, we don't really know what they really got for us as far as like character development wise. So it's like seeing this first episode and getting a lot of his backstory, whether it was through dialogue or like going to actually physically go to his hometown to just see what this character's kind of all about. I feel like I have a better idea of like where you know like where things are not where things are going, but like just like how the Penguin in this show is finna move. Would you say that's like something you saw too, or you still feel like it's still up in the air?
So you're definitely much more of like the DC. You
Mm-hmm.
follow the shows and even the comics a lot more than I do. I
Yeah.
mainly watch the DC movies. Um, I didn't even watch the cartoons growing up for real.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Big Marvel guy.
I right now I'm kind of like I'm along for the ride.
Okay.
I don't really know if it's so predictable right now.
Hmm.
I feel like if I knew more about the Penguin's character, maybe I'd be like, "Oh yeah, this is 100% predictable."
Yeah.
But for me, someone who just really watches the movies, I'm just like, okay, let's just see where this takes us.
Hmm.
Which I do think for the introductory episode, um, they do a really good job of showing that, showing other characters, showing kind of the stickiness in which he's already in a
Yeah.
single episode.
Hmm. Yeah. So let's talk about it, man. Falcone is dead. That happened in the Batman, so everybody knows that, and people are trying to pick up the pieces. And Penguin's in that mix. You got the actual family members in this joint, and
Mm.
it starts off with a confrontation between Penguin and Falcone's son. That you could just tell from the body language, from like just the way they spoke to each other. Penguin kind of already had a plan of like what, like how he was finna move, but it was just like, oh, you just had to show up type thing,
Mm.
you know. And I think that moment was just like, okay, this was our first true glimpse of like who the Penguin is, like on the inside, like who is this guy really? Because for the most part, he just be code switching depending on where he at. One scene he's a big bad tough guy. Next scene, sure boss, whatever you need, boss. I'm the company man.
Yeah.
Next scene, loving son, and just next scene, insecure about way he grew up and stuff like that. So there's a lot of moving pieces to the character, which I like. But as far as like the aftermath of where this is going to go, I still think it's a pretty simple route. As
Okay.
far as like what they have at least established so far. I feel like as far as like his cunning or whatever, or slipperiness, I think that like they showed that a little bit, and it was just like, bro,
A
like
little
I
bit.
I couldn't see, I didn't see what was happening coming until it started happening. Like I didn't know what the plan was going to be, really. And they didn't. They kind of. I feel like they set it up pretty good, where it's like, okay, if this is every episode, if every episode is like, all right, we got this big overall plan, and somebody's going to come and throw a wrench into that plan. Penguin's going to figure out a way to not die or
Not
get
die.
close, and then we're going to have slushies at the end. I'm like, okay, that could be cool, but it's gotta lead us somewhere.
Sure.
Like as far
Sure.
as a content loop goes, I feel like it's gotta lead us somewhere. So like how are you feeling about like just the content loop in general after one episode?
I introductory episodes like this, they always do feel good. Like, okay, they know
Yeah.
what they're doing, but like that, like you're saying, like what would a normal next episode be like? What?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think it's gonna fully be like that,
Yeah.
where it's almost as if this episode he's almost pretty much caught
Mm-hmm.
red-handed the whole time, and like
Yeah.
we know as the audience, but we
And
want to
and the
see.
characters know too, but they
Yeah,
can't
they're like
prove it.
90% sure.
Yeah, they
They
can't
can't
necessarily
prove it.
prove it. Yeah.
And I don't think that's gonna happen every episode where it's
Okay.
like freaking light Yagami, and we're just
Yeah,
gonna keep
bro. I
doing it,
have to
keep doing it.
watch. I have to watch Death Note, bro.
Oh my gosh.
I have
Oh
to. I know it's a
no.
sidetrack. I have to watch Death Note because
That's
everybody
so
keeps
worth it.
talking about it,
Yeah.
and I just like it's. I gotta watch the actual anime. I know we
Yeah, I
sidetracked it,
mean,
but
you get hooked in a second. But pretty
yeah,
much, I don't predict like this week's episode to be like another case where this all went down at the house and
mm-hmm,
I'm still 90% focused on you. I think
yeah,
we're gonna move on to some more gang related things,
mm-hmm,
and then like you're saying, the penguin is gonna hatch a plan to somehow grab some more power, And then in the later episode, it becomes the focus back on him. Like, hey, are we positive? Just more of that game of how can the Penguin grab more power while still like working for everyone.
Yeah.
And probably only at the like penultimate or end of the episode or series will we get another scenario where it's like, no, we're all eyes on Penguin. This is the dude, and he wiggles his way out again. So
Yeah.
I don't think every episode is gonna be like that, but to be honest, with this introductory episode, I'm pretty sure HBO just said, you know what, this is pretty solid. Go ahead, let's see what you can do.
Yeah. I definitely feel like this is like maybe if it's good, they can go like 3 seasons. But this could definitely be
I'm wondering if this is even gonna be
a
seasons.
one-off.
Yeah, I'm feeling this is more of a one-off, but you never know. Spinoffs are tougher to figure out.
Yeah. Especially like we don't know when the next Batman movie is going to come out. And if
Yeah. That's the one with Mr. Freeze too, right?
I haven't seen nothing about it. I don't know.
Oh, okay, maybe not.
I have no idea. I just want to know if the Joker's connected. That's what I want to know.
The Folie à Deux one,
Yeah.
or just overall that Joker, the Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, the Joaquin Phoenix Joker. If that's the same universe. It's probably not, but it'd be dope if it was. Just because it's like you'll have the Batman and the Joker in. But we've seen that movie plenty of times. So I don't know what they're gonna do. But
Well, how are you feeling like episode to episode? Are you feeling like it is gonna be like a plan, something goes wrong and he wiggles his way out every episode?
the slushies got me in a mix, bro. Like, no pun intended. I'm not like if they end every episode with "we did it," I'll be like, yeah, I don't think we need to keep doing this. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, cause that gets tired out. Like, I want to see like if this joint goes to the limit and we see Penguin become mayor, because that happens in multiple comics and multiple shows and everything like that. Like if they go to that level, like a Gotham series level, then it's like, okay, yeah, like this could be really dope. But because it's called the Penguin, I'm thinking like 2 seasons max at this point. Because at some point we're going to have to revisit the actual movie. You know?
Yeah, and I definitely feel like that this is gonna be like into like it. If what you're saying, whenever we pick up with the Batman, he's still gonna be around, but we kind of leaked. We already seen the city.
We have more context
adjusted.
to it that they don't have to like jam into the Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think that'd be like best case scenario. But I am super interested in what the Maronis, the other gang, family, mafia, whatever you want to call it, will like do now, because of the fact that their leader's in jail, but they got the murder of Falcone's son blamed on them.
Yep.
And how that is going to shake up the whole thing, because
and they got the ring.
They got the ring now, so they have evidence.
Right. They have evidence, yeah.
So it's like, are they really finna go to war? And how is, Sophia going to, lead? Because she's already established she's a crazy person.
Yes.
Like that crazy. That is 100%. Like we know that for sure. But how does she move within the organization outside of just choosing violence and like getting what she really wants, which is, going to be the drug that her brother told Penguin about before, he talked too much, essentially. So I'm super excited about seeing where that goes. I'm not very excited about a lot of the side characters, except for Victor. Because I want to know if that's going to become Victor's ass. You know who Victor Zsasz is?
I have no idea who that is.
So he's like Penguin's like he's an assassin, but like he's a hitter. You know, he's a hitman. That's a better word for it. He's a hitman.
Okay.
And they didn't have him doing anything like he didn't have to kill nobody in this episode, but if this is the beginning of that and seeing where like if this is the beginning of that and he could get to the level of crazy that he was in Gotham, like that would be freaking insane, bro.
But do you think they'd be able to do that quickly, or that would take some seasons?
I don't think he could get there like that fast. I think he could become like a certified like number 2 within that time period. Just because like you can already see he has an aptitude for crime, you know.
Sure.
So like once he get past the little stutter, you know, who knows what he could do? Sky's the limit. But outside of him and like all of the Falcone people, like VD and stuff like that, like I was just like, bro, I don't even know who y'all are. Like I don't even remember y'all from the movie, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like that's the part where I was like, I gotta go rewatch to see things that I'm missing as far as like the Batman goes. But yeah.
I think my thing about that was because the Batman and we have the Joker, and when it started up, I was like, okay, yeah, this is the Batman, and I do remember you, but I'm gonna need like a recap, like I'm gonna need a YouTube video. I'm gonna need so then that's why when you brought up the question, should you rewatch it? I'm like, yeah, I'm about to rewatch it just that way. I don't feel like episode 2. I'm like, I still don't know what's going on, or I'm confused. But what I was also gonna bring up, when Penguin and the son were talking, did you expect him to just straight up murder him like right there? You did?
Yeah, I didn't think he was gonna walk out that room. 100%.
Okay.
Just for knowing the Penguin, I didn't know how it was gonna happen. I thought he was gonna drug him. Essentially,
because that opened my eyes quick. I was like, okay, we watching something. Like we watching something.
Right. Now the method of it is different. Like that's a little different because the other penguins that I've seen have been like more like
beat you up first.
No, like they've been more feeble. Like they've been skinny, or like we haven't seen like a middle-aged penguin. Like he's always either super old or like in a young phase. So it's like seeing a capable penguin. Like granted, he still got the leg, but like he ready to murk somebody. Like when like in Gotham, when Penguin would or Oswald would kill somebody, because in that show they make sure they use their real names because that's just part of it. They're not he's not the Penguin yet in that series. So like when Oswald's moving around, like every move he makes, it's like I have to use everything in me to do this.
Okay.
And it's like compulsive, but like in this joint, it was like there's some compulsion there, but it's like you just hit the wrong nerve, and it's just like, poop, bow, bow, bow. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
because at first I was like, all right, he's gonna get a little hurt from this conversation, but he ain't gonna do nothing. Then he pulled out the gun and was like, pow, pow, pow. And I was like,
yeah.
Oh man, maybe I gotta watch this.
It's like maybe I found the right one. Like,
yeah.
You know. So it's like, yeah, I think that moment was super telling because it's like that he touched the nerve when he was opening up to him.
Yeah.
You know, like he was telling him about like his past and like what, not necessarily what he aspires to, but what inspired him. And then dude walked all over it. And it's just like, but the major thing for me was what happened after, because it was like, dang, it happened again. You know, like I did not mean to do that. Like I meant it, but it was like,
I
uh,
didn't think that through.
yeah, he's like, dang, what did I just do? But then he got right to work. He knew exactly what to do. Now, I'm not sitting here saying like that's a good thing or at all, because that's crazy, you know. But after seeing that and then going to see his mother,
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, this is a different kind of crazy right here, you know. So like, what did you think about the mother scene in that part in the project?
I didn't care too much for it, but
Hmm.
I kind of feel like I kind of felt like this episode is gonna come back in a more.
Hmm.
Like, where were you? Where, like, the whole alibi thing, blah blah, blah. I feel like all this episode did was just to show I did it.
Yeah.
They thought I did it, and I think I got away. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So now we're gonna get into whatever storyline they want to tell, whatever gang war they want to tell. But it's kind of on the thought that I already got away with that. I got and then someone what's the girl's name? Uh,
Sophia.
Sophia is probably the whole time like,
I know
oh
you
yeah,
did.
we're gonna start this gang war, but deep down she's like, hey, we didn't forget.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that. I think that guy might be a snake. Like
Hmm.
so
Because you could
so
see they was already weeding them out of the whole operation anyway.
yeah, so I just think that we're gonna see like, okay, we're we're gonna go follow him. Oh, he went to his mom's house. Oh, he said he was with this person though, or this person
Hmm.
says he was with him the whole time, but he visited his mom, and like, just, something with the mom is gonna happen. That's what I'm
Yeah.
assuming. Um,
Only reason why I wouldn't say the mom, I feel like it'll be later on. I feel like it'll be more of a
this
situation where it's like,
this season,
yeah, it'll happen this season, but I'm saying like I
like,
think it'll be more so of a like pressure and situation, like a black, not blackmail, but like a hostage situation where it's like, yo, I know I can't prove that you did this to my brother, but I need you to do this, or we gonna do this to your mom, type thing. But because you seen how the way he even got there, he already has like stages or like prepared for how to make sure that nobody can tell him who is mama house. You know what
true,
I'm
true,
saying? So like
yeah,
going from subway to then random car and then pull up to what you call it's like, okay, so he's already like he knows what he's into.
yeah. But
You know.
Sophia also is kind of like, what you say? I don't talk to my brother every day or something like that, or
Well, she was saying like she's had conversations with her brother. She told him that he was going to the club. I think that's what it was. He told her that he was going to the club to get um her dad's things or whatever.
and she gathered the kids off the street just off the random
Um,
because there was a shooting.
yeah. I think she just went back there to see if they saw anything, and then she found some kids.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it just makes me seem like she is kind of already gonna be able to put not two and two together, but like, what was his story again? Do you know what I mean? And then we're gonna see a slip up of he visited his mom instead of being with this girl, or this girl is,
Well, that happened the day after.
oh, he visited his mom first.
No,
Yeah,
like
yeah. I thought he
he
murdered the
visit.
guy and then he visited his mom. The day after he spent the night.
Yeah. So
Spent the night.
the alibi would happen before he went to go visit his mom. He went to go visit his mom because he already had the conversation of like he knew like things could get bad real fast. So he's like, yeah, we finna get out of town for a couple days. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And that was before, because like the whole idea for how they got out of the situation came from um when he went to the jail to kind of just like, yo, I got this thing lined up. I need to switch sides real quick because if I don't figure something
Yeah.
out, these
Did he
niggas
do
about to
all
kill me.
that before he talked to his mom? Like, after he
Uh,
left the jail?
so he went to the jail twice, didn't he? Or once?
I thought it was once.
Might have
Because
been.
all I'm trying to say is,
I
uh,
don't think they know about his mom. That's what I'm trying to say.
okay.
Yeah, I don't think they know about his mom, or at least like where she lives at
Okay.
specifically. Because if they did, he wouldn't have been so like, I gotta go take this train, take this dude. Like he wouldn't have did all that just to go see her.
Yeah, he's just normally cautious. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
Okay.
like, I think it was after the first conversation at the mansion. No, or is it? No, it was after they had lunch. It was after they had lunch that he went to go to his mom's house.
That sounds right. That sounds right.
And that she scared him. She scared him at
Yeah,
that lunch.
but at the lunch, she kind of already pieced together like,
Yeah, I think you did it.
yeah, I think you did it. He
Uh-huh.
he 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 didn't come back. He said he was there. You're saying he wasn't there.
You sent me to prison.
Yeah, and then also you have bullet holes in your
Your trunk.
pink car or
Was
purple
purple.
car.
Yeah.
We already done investigated that. A whole bunch of people done seen your car. Like
Yeah, like your car is not hard to spot. Yep.
yeah. It
100%.
just seems like because they already had that lunch,
Mhm.
I feel like she already had the where's my brother? If he left this area, you
100%.
see what I'm saying?
100%. But we haven't gotten to that point where like, cuz she's like, all she knew is like at this point what he got working for him is the fact that the body showed up while he was being tortured. Showed up with the ring that belonged to her dad that the dad stole from the gangster in
Yeah.
jail.
But remember, she got the kid to who she murdered.
Yeah.
The kid said, "Oh, I saw them moving some bag, some body, or
Facts.
something like that."
Facts. And
So all that is
that didn't
true,
break him. That moment
and it
didn't
didn't
break him.
break him.
Yeah.
But for her to have that information again, it's kind of
Mhm.
like my brother was there. Your car shot at. The kid said
Yeah.
you were shooting at the car, but then
Right.
you were moving the body.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have that information at lunch, but now for sure I do.
Yeah. And he ran when they like, oh, and they pulled up. No, they pulled up to the place. So he went to the spot, to the drop or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? When that's where he was going, he went to the drop. And then once they saw the car, he was like, oh dang, Shorty's here. Cause he might have went out there and just sprayed everybody down. Like if the girl wasn't
Yeah, I
there.
didn't watch that scene. I didn't watch that scene again.
Cause like I think it was the shipment that he went to go get or whatever. And
Or a scout or whatever.
yeah, something.
He was just trying to get the body in the car, right? Is that what we're talking about?
No. The body was in the junkyard. Body was already in the
Okay.
junkyard. So I'm talking about like after all that, he went to the drop, which only he knew where it was going to be at, and his sister. And
Oh
sister
yeah,
knew.
yeah. He rolled up to
And that's
Okay, I remember.
why once she saw him pull up, was like, okay, you're the guy. I know, because
Yeah, and that's
you know,
it's almost as if we already had it spotted on you, and now
yeah,
everything that's
that
approaching,
confirmed it.
you keep adding to it. It's
Mm-hmm.
only making more and more sense. So when
Yeah.
she cornered him with the kid, it was kind of like
Mm-hmm.
she was like, "Just tell
She's
me, is my
waiting.
brother dead?"
Yeah, she was waiting for the news, because even like just because he got away this time, that doesn't mean that she doesn't think that he still did it. It's just
Yeah,
the fact that it's like now I
exactly.
have to deal with this, and because she's a part of the family or the gang or whatever, now it's like, okay, well, we can't not do anything about this because it's going to make us look weak.
Yeah, but like
Right?
we have to claim it that
Yeah.
we
Like
don't.
they're gonna have to hold that now.
Yeah.
And Penguin knows that. So it's like he's not necessarily in
Oh,
the clear,
you cracked it, G. Yep,
but
that's the story.
it's like he's he made it to the next episode.
Yeah,
When
it's
it
kind of
could
like
have
you're
ended right
definitely
there.
not in the clear,
Yeah.
but because we're in this situation now,
Mm-hmm.
let's keep going, and then we'll deal with snakes afterwards.
Yeah. If there's a snake to be
If
had.
Yeah, if it's just kind of like I know for sure you most likely are a snake. So then
Hmm.
if you betray me at the very end,
Right.
I already had that sniper on the roof to like hit you up. You know what I mean? But
Hmm.
if you don't, then we could. I'm not gonna tell you the sniper was looking at you.
Right. So if the place that he went before he got chased was anything but like if the shipment is still out there, then that could be the next direction of the show. But if they had just went back to like the crime scene or something like that, or like that place wasn't what I thought it was, there's a lot more room for error for him, like to move on based on that, because it's like now he might have to go on the hit to get back the trust of Sophia Falcone to or
Yeah,
orchestrate something.
the story is somewhere along there though. Like
Yeah. But what had me excited about it was like the fact that it's like, okay, they did all this in the way that he got away with it, and like everything like fell into place as far as like I tried to give you an out by telling you about this business opportunity while I was in jail. Now I'm gonna have to pin this murder on you.
sure.
And it's just like he's doing every little thing to keep his head above water. And I'm just trying to see like how long he can do that, because we know
Yeah.
where his story is going to go. Because at this point, he's still like mid-level, like you know,
Mm, yeah, like
not
fourth-ish, fifth-ish
yeah, like he's a boss, but like he's a boss of the grunts.
of grunt people. Yeah.
Yeah, but to the grunts and the
Because you
people,
don't move around and have meetings with these people if you're not like
yeah,
someone at the table, but you're
right.
not.
You're not at the table.
Yeah, you still getting ordered around by like number two
Mhm.
and three. Like,
Right, right. Like the people that would the accountant and the other dude
yeah, because really he's in there because the dad uh
mess with him.
messed with him. Yeah,
Yep. So
so
that's why I think it's gonna be good, bro. Because it's like if they do it like how I think they gonna do it, like this joint could be good. This joint
yeah, I
could be
think I
pretty
think they
good.
have the actors. I think they have the story or plot
Yeah.
or dialogue. That's what I'm trying to say. They
Hmm.
have good dialogue where I'm kind of intrigued to see uh are they slipping up when they're
Yeah.
lying, stuff like that. Um, and convincing because it was really cool to see how the penguin convinced the kid to join,
Hmm.
just slipping in like you don't got no ambition, and it's like turn around, watch the sunset.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
Because he knew he was like, man, come on, man, come on.
yeah,
And it's like
come
if
on,
he really wanted to do
no,
that, he wouldn't have got a crowbar. You know,
yeah.
like he would have just did it.
And he was like, it's just better off, just
Yeah.
go look at that sunset. It's just better off.
Hmm.
All this is gonna be way too messy,
Yeah.
let me just murder you right here. So it's just like they definitely have the dialogue where I do like it.
Hmm.
I just want to see really two more episodes
Right.
to see if I am as intrigued going forward. Because sometimes those pilot episodes are much better than what
The show
the
is
rest they'll produce. Yeah.
100%, 100%. But I think they got the chops. I think they got the chops.
Okay.
Anything else about the Penguin before we get up out of here, man?
Bang bang scene was my favorite scene. Um,
What scene was that?
when he shot the guy.
Oh, in the beginning. In the beginning. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Um, Not other than I thought it was long, and I
Hmm.
really want to know what people thought of it because I think this one can be, uh, not really one that you gravitate to immediately, but maybe
I
people's
mean, IMBD got this joint at 8.8, and Rotten Tomatoes got it.
dang.
Got Rotten Tomatoes got it at 94%.
Oh, that's way too high for me, bro.
It's
That's
a
way too
pilot
high.
joint. It's a pilot joint. So
But still, that's good. That's good for
yeah,
pilot.
mhm. I'm excited about it though. I'm
It gets
excited.
a stamp of approval for sure.
Hmm.
Like, go ahead, see if you like it. Um, Definitely if you didn't like the Batman, I don't think this is gonna change your mind. But it's
Yeah.
good to feel back in like a dark, gritty um TV show that's
Hmm.
made for adults.
Yeah.
Like Uh, HBO just knows how to do these shows better. More reality, more real, and great dialogue.
Thanks. Okay. So let us know what y'all think about the first episode in the comment section below. And yeah, Chris, what you geeked about, bro?
Oh no. Man,
Or
I'm
like,
get-
or let's say we talked a little bit about it, but like we could just like talk about some of the stuff we watched, I guess. If you don't got no,
sure. I was pretty geeked about Alien Romulus. I'm not sure if I called you
you didn't talk
after
about
I
it at
saw
all.
it.
Yeah.
I was pretty hyped about Alien Romulus. I might do a rewatch of the Alien movies. I pretty much already seen them,
Mm-hmm.
and know everything that happens in them. But that was really impressive, and uh, it really got me into that spooky mood where I'm hyped for this season.
Yeah.
I saw Smile 2. I'm super geek. I didn't see it. I
Oh,
saw Smile 2's getting ready to come out. I'm super geeked
yeah.
about that one.
They put Smile on streaming. And I almost watched it. I was like, nah, I ain't doing it. It's too late.
Yeah, if you watch 5 minutes, you're gonna turn it off and say I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
But I do like Smile. And I can't
Mhm.
wait for Smile 2. But I went down a few movies like Pearl. That's on Netflix.
Okay.
That's the prequel to X. I'm not sure if you've seen X
I did.
with Jenna Ortega.
I did. Pearl got the
Uh,
same girl in it, right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then Maxine, that's on the
Yeah.
list to be watched,
The same girl
which is
too.
in the future, I believe.
That's crazy.
So I'm
Dang, they're all
pretty hyped for
connected?
that. They're all connected.
I didn't know that.
So I'm pretty hyped for that. Yeah. So I think for just for coming back,
Mhm.
we going full on spooky. And I watched that black horror movie from that director.
Oh,
Oh my god, Twitter
the
was
joint
going
where it's
crazy
like
about it. They ha-
the possession one with the
yes,
mom.
yes.
Oh my
Everyone was
gosh, I
talking
know what you're
about that.
talking about. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it.
Like it's like Deliverance. I think.
Yeah,
I
something
think
like
that's
that.
the Deliverance.
Yeah,
Um,
Exorcist type thing.
that was actually solid compared to the Exorcist. Uh,
Movie.
that came out last year, and
Yeah.
that movie was hyped for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Big time development, and then what they produced was poop. Uh, the twin exorcism, and then exorcising these two little girls. That fell on its face, and the Deliverance is but at least that one felt more Exorcist
Mm-hmm.
two worthy. Like
Yeah.
if that had a big budget, I would have felt better.
Some sketchy
Um,
lines in that joint though.
but it has some sketchy lines. Like I was like, yo, this is
If
crazy.
you know, you know, bro.
Yeah, if you know, you know, and yeah, all those movies just kind of got me in a good spooky vibe, and
Okay.
I can't wait to see what spooky season has in store. But what you geeked about, G?
So first things first. Um, like I said earlier, I was watching all the X-Men movies, and except for like the ones that, man, I didn't watch the Wolverine ones because I remember those. But like a lot of the older ones, I have not seen in a long time, and they have came a long freaking way, bruh. Like technology, like
Mm-hmm.
going back and watch those movies is like, ooh, like this was bad. But back then it was like, yo, this is hype, like, you know. And like my main takeaway from like just that whole franchise right now is that you know, Wolverine is the ultimate dirty Mac, and they made it weird when they brought back Wolverine and was that Futures Past? No, it
Yeah.
was.
He's in that one, but he's in the chair.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the one where it was a Apocalypse, where they I think it was Apocalypse.
Oh, where he's at the bar?
No, so like when he initially like runs out of the thing, it's when Stryker has caught everybody after so it's the one where Quicksilver saves everyone from the house blowing up. You remember that? He throws everybody outside. That might
Is that
not have been.
Apocalypse?
I don't think that was Apocalypse. I think that was Days of Future Past, low key. Or was it? It wasn't Dark Phoenix. It wasn't Dark Phoenix, bro.
So it's First Class.
No, that didn't happen in First Class.
That didn't happen in First Class.
It was
It's
Apocalypse.
got to be Dark. It's got to be Apocalypse.
It's Apocalypse, bro. It's got to be Apocalypse.
Yeah. Wolverine's in that one?
So like he only shows up. He's not in the. He's in the movie, but he only shows up to escape from Stryker.
Okay.
And then I think you get one of the Wolverine movies or something like that. Because it's happened in the past.
It tries to go through
it.
The
it
Wolverine
tries to connect
movies.
it. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like after that, the Wolverine movie happens. Not timeline wise, but just canonically. Is what I'm saying. Okay. So like, yeah. But she like calms his mind, and it's like he's looking at her, and it's like, yo, this is weird, because in this one she's not. She's young. She's super young.
She's young. Yeah. It kind of shows the connection of why they trying to do it all the time in the old movies.
Yeah. And it made it weird because I watched those more recently.
But she wasn't young like she's 16.
She wasn't.
She just looks young.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like it's ambiguous, bruh. It's ambiguous. Like you can't really tell.
She's supposed to be like 24-ish. Yeah.
Maybe 19.
Maybe 19.
Maybe 19, bro. Maybe 19. I don't know. But it was like she's still in school. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
sure.
She's not a teacher yet. You know?
The mutant school. Yeah. I feel
so like that was weird. But like before that, I was like, yo,
this
Wolverine,
man in X-Men.
Yo, Wolverine is a super dirty Mac. And I do not like Scott, bro. I do not like Cyclops. No
he's
version
a little
of
rough
Cyclops, bro. No version of Cyclops at all.
He's not the cartoon Cyclops.
No, he's not. He's not.
He was that guy was funny and bashing Logan all the time and then hella romantic.
But also like Jean, or not necessarily Jean, but what's the girl's name that plays Jean? Young Jean. Sansa.
Sansa?
Yeah, Sansa Stark. Her name is
I can't believe I forgot her name.
Sophie Turner.
Yeah.
She was on a run, bruh. Like between Game of Thrones and these X-Men movies and Dark Phoenix. Like Dark Phoenix was cool. I didn't like the big bad in there. But like that really felt like an X-Men movie. You know?
Sure.
And like I feel like that was, for me, that's what really separated like my favorite ones, because I also listed them of like my favorite X-Men movies. And the ones that are not so much character focused and you feel like you are really a part of the world, those are my favorite ones. Like First Class, that's my favorite X-Men movie. But
Dark Phoenix is the one where she murders Professor X, right?
Dark Phoenix is the one where she's like, that was in Dark.
That was in the old one.
Yeah, where she murdered
Last Stand.
She murdered old yeah, that's when she murdered. She killed Mystique in Dark Phoenix.
Oh yeah.
She pushed her through the freaking thing. That was graphic, bro. I was like, dang, she went out like that. But yeah, But everything that happened in that movie was cool, but it wasn't
Okay.
like super
I have to
amazing.
rewatch it then because I remember not liking it.
I didn't go see it because I was just through with X-Men movies at that point.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I really just been watching a whole bunch of One Piece. I mean, Wano going crazy, bro.
I
I've
just started up
reached.
One Piece, bro. I just started back up, but we only watched the episode, so
I'm officially at 1,000 episodes. I've
you
crossed
know
the
what?
I've
Wrap it
crossed
up.
the border line,
Wrap it up.
and I feel good about it. And I finally realized, like, because I texted the group chat. I was like, "Yo, One Piece is the best anime ever," and it's not even just because of like something that happened in those episodes. It's just like everything is so connected and so like the world is why I watch One Piece. Don't even really got so much to do with Luffy for real, you know?
I
Because
know.
like
Don't be spoiling, bro. Don't be
no, I'm
spoiling,
not.
bro.
I'm not because I'm gonna make a video about this, and I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be even super spoily in that. I just want to say something real quick, which is to me like people rave about One Piece like fights and stuff like that, but for me it's not even the fights for real, because like the fights be super simple and a whole lot of the same thing, but it's just like upgrade, 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 you know? But for me, it's the feats. So like the different things that they are able to do that nobody else can do. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes all the characters in the Straw Hats super cool. Like, take for instance, like if like when Goku or when Tanjiro pushed that boulder, right? And like he was like the
Sure.
first youngin to push that boulder. Like that moment was hype, right? But like in
Sure.
One Piece, that boulder could be like a mountain. Like it'd be something
Sure.
crazy. You know, like the feats is what's like makes that joint like insane. You're just like bruh. Like just like bruh. Like that's be my reaction every single time. Uh and then what else? I started Industry. Have you seen Industry?
Damn, Netflix?
It's on HBO.
No, no. I think I know what you're talking about
That show's good, but it joint's freaked out.
now.
Um and then I finished The Bear season 3. And I'm not gonna do a review on it because it's a 10 out of 10 show. 10 out of 10. But there's still so much story that I need before I can just talk about season 3, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like they get into it, but it's like it's one of those endings where it's like, yo, I need the next season now before I can really get my whole thoughts on it. So like that's really that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Other than that, what am I geeked about seeing next? I'm geeked about seeing the Joker. I still gotta see Beetlejuice too. Um and low key, like another spooky thing is like that Michael B. Jordan joint where him and Ryan Coogler got another movie where he basically it's called what's it called? Called Sinners?
Sinners. I saw
Yeah.
the poster. I just wasn't sure if that was actual Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah. I watched the
Okay.
trailer for it today, literally today. And I was like, oh, this joint might
It's the
go
poster
crazy.
with one in like red and one in purple or something like that.
I don't know what the poster looked like. I just saw the
Okay.
trailer and that man is had a drum gun. He
Okay.
was going crazy.
I'll see it.
He was going crazy. And I was like, bro, I might have to watch this. Even though it's like some demonic stuff or whatever. Like it's not necessarily like zombies or vampires. Like I don't know what it is actually. But it's called Sinner, so it's like there's gotta be something crazy. Um so I've been watching I want to see that too. And that might be my spooky limit, bro. After that.
Bet.
I'm gonna wait for the rest of them to pop up on streaming, bro.
Yeah. There's a lot
You know what
now.
I'm
There's a
saying?
lot now.
So yeah. But let us know what y'all been watching too, man. Glad y'all are back. Glad y'all have been, glad to have the podcast back, bro. A lot of good stuff. It's on the way. Football season is here.
Yeah, them Commanders.
You won't hear me
Them
say nothing.
Commanders.
You won't hear
Them
me say nothing
Commanders.
about them boys until we win a playoff game. But
True.
my Buckeyes is doing good. You know, looking pretty elite right now.
Elite.
Elite, bruh. And college football, the game. It's still fun. Still having fun playing that. Are you playing it still or no?
I only booted it up one more
Dang.
time in the past month.
But you only be playing Road to Glory though, right?
Yeah.
Bro,
I haven't
all
tried
Dynasty now, bro.
Yeah, it seems like what everyone has done, and that's the main thing everyone's still loving.
I got my own custom squad, and then I got my just dominant Ohio State squad. I just won another natty like 2 days ago. Went 2 for 2, you know what I'm saying? Nothing too crazy. But
yeah, that's definitely not Ohio State style.
You know? But yeah, Jeremiah Smith had like 99 speed on that joint, bro. It's crazy having 99 speed on a player. Actually insane.
Even after the update?
Yes. Like, when they fast, they are fast, bro. Like, and it's insane. Super fun. But yeah, are you gonna play Sparking? Dragon Ball Sparking? Did you hear about that?
No.
Like Tenkaichi, but it's the newest one. The new version.
I thought they had a movie called.
Nah, that was like Dragon Ball Z Kai, or it was like
Sparkling
Blast or something. No, it was like superheroes or something.
Okay, maybe I'm just very confused on whatever that thing was. Okay,
I don't know, but that looks like
I saw something Dragon Ball Z Sparkling or
yeah,
and I was like, okay,
yeah,
maybe that's
so
what
people are
they
super
just
hyped
named.
that game's about to come out, about to take over YouTube.
Okay,
pretty cool.
Okay,
because like, tangent, bro. Last tangent. I seen. Like, people have been talking about this game for a really long time, and like now that people are finally getting it,
is this the 3D one? Like when you're right behind the character and you're zooming through a map? Okay, so that's the actual title.
Style.
Yeah, gotcha.
Like, it's like not in the same sense of like what Xenoverse was.
Yeah,
but like
I know the concept. I saw it a long time ago though.
Yeah,
so that they must have gave it a name, and I never followed it.
Like Sparking is the new, like it was always called Tenkaichi, but Sparking is the new thing. So it's like, but it's like custom battles and like custom storyline and like just content creators. Like, people have been talking about like this for so long, and I'm just like, bro, I want to see it because I missed this era. I was not on the game like that, like when everybody was playing these types of games. So this is like a YouTube thing I'm excited to see. But if y'all watch on YouTube, man, subscribe to
I'm getting geeked. Let me go watch that tonight.
Yeah. Game not out yet, so it's like you're only gonna see gameplay. People got it. But like the series is what I'm excited for. I don't know what Young is finna do. They got me hype on that joint. But yeah, man. Hopefully I enjoyed the podcast. If y'all did, leave a like, subscribe for more. We'll be back next week. Not sure what we're gonna talk about. Might be the Penguin, might be something else. We'll see. But season 4 is here, and we're here to stay. We'll catch y'all next week. Stay geeked. Peace.
Later, y'all.